This is really heavy. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. All right. Hello everyone and welcome to 3 years of joy journals. The last 3 years that we have been here in Michigan and settling into the leafy green office that is now soon to be in a new location. It's not going to be this room anymore, but wherever we go, it will be our leafy green office. I will make sure of that. But I'm putting away one of the most important things in this room into its packing box right now, and I knew I needed to share it with you because those of you who have been around a while know that I have been preaching the good word of making joy journals for a very long time now. I have talked about how they changed my life from being an introvert who never left the basement for many years, actually. I lived in my parents' basement, yes me, for almost 3 years and only left the house 5 times because I was so insecure and anxious and nervous, and I really had no self-esteem. I struggled to do anything with my life, and then I started joy journaling. And it kind of changed everything. It built up a actual sense of love for this world. I went from a very dark place to a place filled with so much light that I am now lucky enough to try to make sharing that light my everyday endeavor. And it's made the whole world magic for me. Every day I look forward to waking up and opening up my joy journal and looking around myself and feeling my heart sing as I notice things that truly do spark joy as soon as you bring your awareness to them, that are around us all the time, no matter if I have completely messed up and completely made a fool of myself that day or done something like that just totally wasn't what I was trying to do. If I've really screwed up for the day, basically, I've learned that even when I'm hurting, finding joy in the world around me, externally, being able to go, well, my day sucked, but you know what? That little bunny is really cute over in the field right now. It really changed my life so that I would find this constant place of strength from the world around me. And when you don't have strength in yourself, and we all go through times like that, it really helps to be able to just find those places of joy that you can pull that excitement from, so that then you can grab that like a little light and turn back into yourself and try to give yourself some of that joy. So joy journaling is a really serious thing to me, and it's a really serious thing, as you can tell, because look at all these journals. All of these are not even all of my joy journals from the last several years. These are just the joy journals from the last 3 years that I have filled since we moved here to Michigan. They're very heavy, so I'm going to put them down right now. Oh my gosh, they're so heavy. Oh, there's so many joy journals. Whew, that's a lot of joy. But yes, so I'll try to make a better vlog talking about why I believe the science behind gratitude journals or joy journaling is so important. It's actually an active thing I want to start doing here and on my vlog channel, talking about how the daily practice of finding just 3 things, 1, 2, 3, sounds like a BuzzFeed article or something now. In 3 easy steps, you too can cultivate gratitude, happiness, and joy in 7 easy years. But truly, it has changed my life, and there's a lot of science behind gratitude journals. There's a lot of psychology behind how showing up every day just to write down those 3 things, the 3 authentic things that have brought you joy, no matter what you succeeded or failed at, it really helps build a sense of resilience and strength in your life. But we're going to save all of that science for later. For now, as I get ready to pack all of those journals, which were literally just the ones that I have filled out in the last 3 years, I wanted to share some random things that I might find while flipping through them and putting them into this big box of other joy journals and future joy journals. And I also wanted to say a deep, deep thank you. I talk about joy journaling so much, and people are always messaging me, and thank you so much for doing that, by the way, that you've been inspired to start joy journaling because of me talking about it and sharing my story and how it's helped to completely change my life. I mean, Seri would not be here if I hadn't sat in that university class, positive psychology, and if that professor hadn't assigned us gratitude journaling for the semester, I was auditing the class. It wasn't even for a grade. I was just there because I thought maybe I could learn something from it. And it turns out I did, and it changed my life. But anyway, I've talked about joy journaling for so long, and it means so much to know that some of you have been inspired to joy journal yourselves, and so many of you have actually sent me journals that then compound upon the joy because they're from you guys, and I get the privilege and the beauty of opening them up and filling them up with my observations about the world, with the things that brought me joy that day. Spoilers, like half of these just say, I love chips so much, I love chips so much, I really love chips so much, like in half the journal. But it is amazing. Looking at that big pile of journals on days when I might be feeling really anxious or overwhelmed especially helps me, because I can remember, even if I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm such a failure because I haven't gotten that Warrior Cats episode out for 3 years now. Even when I have days like that, and I do, and even though I know I shouldn't, we all sometimes have our emotions slip out from our hold and kind of take over. And I personally have a very anxious personality that I try really hard to take care of and manage. And looking at that pile of joy journals helps me so much, because if you are like me, you really tend to ruminate on things and you're like, focusing on the bad when there is so much good in your life. Having a big pile of joy journals to look at that slowly builds up over the months and years has been one of the most powerful anchors in remembering that there is good in my life when the intensity of my emotions tries to sweep me away. So that being said, I'm really serious, no pun intended. I told myself I'd do this really quickly. I'm just gonna grab some of the joy journals and kind of give you guys a sample of what joy has been in my life for the last 3 years and what adventures we have gone on. I have taken a joy journal with me everywhere I have traveled all over the world that I have been lucky enough to go to in the last 3 years. I have it with me all the time, in my backpack, in my purse. I carry, if I have anything on me and it's not like my phone or my wallet, it's my joy journal. So I take my joy journal to more places than I take my wallet. Like, that's how important they are to me. So I'm just gonna grab some of them and open them at random and give you guys a sample of what can go into a joy journal. The answer is it can be anything. And I often find people try to joy journal and be like, I got an A on my exam today. I managed to run 3 miles. I really accomplished the big thing. That's not like what joy journaling is about. It's not a report card that you have to show up and report to. You can celebrate those achievements in your life, of course. It's very important for you to have a lot of accomplishment and pride in what you do, but joy journaling can also be really random things. So let me pop this open and see. Yesterday, this is a joy journal that I have completed in this time. Let's see, at the beginning, oh, it's got cute stickers in it. You can cover it in stickers if you want. And it is from October of 2018. So wow, a couple, like last year. So last October. Yesterday, a beautiful juvenile red-tailed hawk landed in the trees while I watched on. I dashed out to take some pictures, only to have a beautiful Cooper's hawk with a northern flicker land and eat his meal on our walk later. Okay, it's pretty to me that I watched a hawk eat a northern flicker, which is a very pretty bird. But that's an example of something that can go in a joy journal. And if you're also like me and you really struggle with a difficult time with memory, writing these things down just brought that day back into focus for me. I remember that walk, and I remember seeing the beautiful feathers of the northern flicker, who did unfortunately become the hawk's meal, but that was really special for me. So that's an example of something that goes in a joy journal. And let's see what else we have in here. A lot of really cute stickers. And then let's see. Attention to both what, sometimes I put in quotes, like these are quotes from books that I read. Attention to both what you choose to think about and what you choose to experience are the very core questions of well-being. That's very wise, and from a book called Wrapped, which is all about RAPT, which is all about how you can use your focus to change the way that you see your reality and how our perceived reality becomes our reality. So yeah, I have like quotes that really inspire me in a joy journal. That's something else that you could put in here. And then I have a lot of cute washi tape. I can hardly even see what is on this page because it's just cute washi tape. Oh, and apparently I really like birds because it says right here, a humble moment in the forest as a dove I was watching flew over my head. And just as I snapped a picture of the dove, it was caught by a hawk in midair above my head. The chickadees and other animals yelled in their alarm. To be part of this moment was profound and humbling. Okay, this book is full of dead birds. But they counted as joy moments. Definitely a Seri kind of joy moment. Let's try another one. And this one actually I opened up at random while I was gathering them. And this is a better example of something cute. This is my little Rowlet joy journal from 2017, a year that we lived here. And it doesn't have dead birds inside. Oh my gosh, Seri. I guess that's what you get if you're like hanging out with a naturalist biologist, right? In here, I opened it up at random and I found a poem written down. And Chocolate Chip Cookie Cat, my dear, if you are still hanging around right now, this is the poem you wrote for our Sims 4 Cow Plant Let's Play, our Cow Plant Farm challenge that we did. From Cookie Chip Cookie Cat. The farmhouse is haunted, but they do have to do what their aunt would have wanted, make the house anew. From the beginning, the family was planning to get the building so the town wouldn't tear the house down. You see, it had precious memories, with many more to come. Maybe they can find some hidden plants. After all, their aunt had a green thumb. Which is so cute. So that's actually a poem that somebody wrote for our Sims 4 Cow Plant Challenge, which I love. You guys know how much I love our green family in Sims 4, our long-running legacy that I need to kind of get on Generation 3 of. So sometimes I write down kind things that people have said. There's a lot of comments that you guys have left that just really made me so happy in here as well. Oh, this is so fun. So let me flip again. And let's see, we heard a noise outside. We turned on October 2017. We turned the light on and pulled back the curtains, and it turned out it was a very guilty raccoon, literally caught with his paw in the cookie jar, or in this case, the bird feeder filled with delicious bird seeds. The expensive mix of our bird seeds we just got, with dried fruits and peanuts too. We both gasped and stared in shock at the sight, and burst out laughing as the bandit slunk away. So that happened this year too. That happened in 2017 too. So that's another example of things external that happened to me. So not things that you just achieve that I put down in here. And then let's see what we have here. Oh, my Animal Crossing cards. When I got some new Animal Crossing cards and I put the front of it into my book here. Oh, that was a picture of Chips and I, an extra picture I had that I put in the joy journal. Can I show that carefully? There we go. A picture of Chips and I in my joy journal that I had from an extra one. The journey to a simple life is a journey to happiness, say I in fancy shiny gel pen. Oh, that's so much fun. Oh, and when I discovered the Safari live tours on YouTube, and I used a little like lion sticker to talk about them. But yeah, so there's some examples of what can go into joy journals, and I just have so many of them. Yeah, just how much I love my home. That's the thing, a lot of these. Oh, I love my Rowlet. My Rowlet. This is when I got my Rowlet for Christmas from Chips. My little Rowlet right here. I love my Rowlet and carry it with me all over the house. I wish it was a bit more practical to carry him in my purse. He's the perfect cuddly toy. I feel like I have a little companion when I'm holding him. It's silly, yeah? So those are the kinds of things that you can put into joy journals, my friends. And I have hundreds and hundreds of days written in here, which really just amazes me. It does, to look through these and to actually see glimpses, so much talk about like the people on our Patreon. Wise quotes. Many people stagnate because they do not trust their own potential. They arrest the growth of their complexity. Like wise quotes that I've forgotten, so probably should reread so I can try to take that wisdom in. And I mean, like I have so many. I have so many. And it really feels good to flip through those and be like, whoa, I've grown a little bit. So I hope this has given you some examples other than the dead birds of things you can put into your joy journal. I decorate them in different ways all the time. Sometimes I use stickers and washi tape. Sometimes I use different colored pens. Sometimes I use gel pens. Sometimes, like the last journal that I just finished was a really pretty one that I got for my birthday this year from Chips. Most of the ones I use lately are ones he got me for my birthday, but it was so pretty inside that I didn't use any stickers because each page changes like the design. I didn't use any stickers or washi tape. I just wrote in it with a plain black pen, and it still means the world to me. Like, what's in here? Let's take a little peek because we went on some big trips this month. Let's see. When I settled down by the brook in the mountains in North Carolina, and I watched a robin build her nest day after day at the cabin that we stayed at. She had a spot in the rhododendron and built her nest there. And I will forever remember her because I have her in my joy journal. So there's a good sample of just what you can put in them, what's in mine. Once we get settled, I really want to try to talk more about joy journaling and encourage people to share their joy moments. It's really, really fantastic to see other people happy too. So I could ramble on and on about joy journaling and why I think it's so important. In the future, after we finish the next joy journal, which I actually, of those limited edition posters and like the Patreon postcards we got of the cow plant, I also got a actual like journal of the cow plant. So this is going to be my joy journal for the coming month as we get ready for our big move. And as I start finishing them in the future, I want to try to have some chats on the vlog channel probably about like, hey, here's some random things that happened that ended up in my joy journal. What are things that ended up in your joy journal? And I really hope that we can just really help each other become a little bit stronger at recognizing the latent beauty that is around us, so that way we will always have a source of strength no matter what trials we face, and no matter how hard or anxious or confusing the world can feel. If we can still root ourselves down and find those three things somewhere in our life and in our world, it will give you the strength to heal and the strength to create and the strength to move forward even when everything else feels like chaos around you. And that, I think, is how you have the strength to become kind to yourself and to the people in your life. And I think that's how you actually find the strength to kind of to be the hero for yourself, to rescue yourself from whatever situation that you find yourself in. Yeah, that's really what it is. If you can cultivate gratitude to the extent that no matter what's going on in here or around here, you can find your balance in your center and find some light to pull you forward, you will become your own hero. So that's why joy journaling is so important, and I talk way too much about it because it's so important and it means a lot to me. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and put these guys into my box, and I'm not gonna be sad because it's full of joy. They'll be coming back out when we finish moving, and I'm gonna start writing in the joy journal that I've got right now, so that then in a few weeks time I will have some more things to share with all of you, some more beautiful joy moments, and I hope you guys will be ready to share yours with me too. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.